In this lesson, we'll be learning about the product rule for exponents. Okay, so we're talking about numbers versus variables, and we want to take a look at what it looks like when you have a number times a number with an exponent and a variable times a variable. So the difference is when you have, say, 4 to the 6th power times 4 to the 7th power. Okay? And variables would look like this: x to the 10th power times x to the, say, 3rd power. What we need to do is come up with a rule that explains what we can do. So if I wrote these each out, it would be like 4 times 4 times 4, 6 times. And the next one would be like multiplying another 7. 7. And if you look at what the result would be, if you added these all together and simplified it, it would be 4 to the 13th power. Well, the rule here is that you add the exponents. The same principle applies for variables. If you have 10 x's and you're multiplying by an x that has to the 3rd power, which is 3 x's being multiplied, you're actually going to multiply the x 13 times. So when simplifying problems with numbers and we want to rewrite the expression in exponential form is just having a base and an exponent. If we have two 4's and we have 8 and 5, what we would do is we would add the 8 and the 5 together and we would get 4 to the 13th power. Even if you have 3 numbers and you want to write this in exponential form, you would add the 6, the 7, and the 6, just making sure that each one of them has the same base, and that would be 7 to the 19th power. Here we have same base, 5 plus 6 will be 4 to the 11th power. All 3 of these have a base of 4, so we would add the 4, the 6, and the 8, and we would make that 4 to the 18th power. You don't multiply or add the numbers together, so you don't change the 4, you only add the exponents. Here you have y to the 3rd power times y to the 8th power. The answer here would be y to the 11th power. In this example, we have h to the 7th power times h, but we know that there's a 1 there, so it would be 7 plus 1 h to the 8th power. U to the 7th power times u to the 4th power would be u to the 11th power.